Welcome back, guys, to the 1284. Matt here. This video, we have a 25 book CGC Prescreen unboxing. Stay tuned. So as I said, we got a CGC 25 book prescreen that came back. What's unique about this particular prescreen is this one was sent in September. In fact, it was sent out September 28th, and it is October, and I have just received the books back. It took approximately 3 weeks. Mind blown, because I have a May 25 book CGC prescreen still at CGC, a June 25 book prescreen, and a number of other books and prescreens. This one I had just sent out, and it's done. I know I have read on the forums that CGC is trying something new with the books coming in. I think some of them get fast-tracked, even though this is just a regular submission. Some don't. This one apparently did. About 3 weeks, and I have it back. So let's go through them. I've cut it open. We'll see what we got. It's a heavy box. That's always a good sign. Let me pull out the... This is thick. These are the books that did not make the 9/8 prescreen cut. We will go over those after. Let's go right into the books that did. And I don't have to hide anything. These are all 9/8. So, first book, A-Force #1. This is the Midtown Comics edition. Real nice book. You can pick this one up raw for about $10 to $15, somewhere in that range, depending on if Midtown has them and such in. The cover A on this book is selling for around $150 to $175. I actually have the Scotty Young cover as well. I submitted a bunch of these. I had an extra one of these that I submitted, and this one came back as a 9/8, so that's great. This is the first appearance of Singularity, but I'm big time specking on A-Force as the all-female team, and I think that at some point we will see A-Force type team in the MCU. I don't know that everyone is going to be on it, but nonetheless, I do think that it is some worthwhile spec. Next one. Sweet. Thor #2, and this is the 2015 run. This is the 1/25 Assad Ribic. I actually submitted 2 of these in. These books go for about double ratio, about $50 you can typically find them raw, and I was able to snag 2 copies. I think I paid somewhere about $15 to $20, a little under ratio, and submitted them both. So at least we know we got one. Hopefully there's another in there, which would be great because I can put that one up for sale, which help pays for the submission. And, well, perfect. Here's the other one. So we hit both. So we hit on both. Also, for this particular book, if you're not aware, this is the first, I believe it's the full appearance of Jane Foster as Thor. So this book does have some significance. There is a cover A, there is a cover B, there is also a second print of cover A, which is another valuable one. This one also, obviously, because it's the high-end ratio, I think the 1/25 is the highest of the ratios. I could be wrong. Please let me know if I am in the comments. But, you know, so this one I think has a value of somewhere between $275 and $325. But we'll have to check that out. CGC does not note anything on the label on this one, but I can at least tell you that this is the Jane Foster as Thor one. All right, next up. So we've got another nice one. This is Something is Killing the Children #19. Obviously, this is a newer one. that just came out. This one is the, I think it's the Luckett variant. It's the 1 in 25. I had actually sent in 2 of these to CGC. One was mine, and then another one was a copy that my buddy Jason had sent over to send in, and hopefully we'll have 2. But number 19, 1 in 25. I think I also sent in a number 18, 1 in 25 on this submission as well. All right. Next up. Great. Department of Truth, number 1. This is the Sad Lemon variant. You can see that on the back with the lemon, but this is the Sad Lemon. This is the Virgin. There is also a trade dress one. This one, I had the trade dress and the Virgin. I think this one I only submitted the Virgin cover. This one goes, I believe, for approximately $300. I'm gonna put prices, last prices I always like to put up for everybody. If I can find them in the comments. I'll also put a card up top regarding the submitting the book, so you can kind of see what happened on that one. But next up, Miles Morales number 25, and this is the Greg Horn Miles trading card variant. I think it's cover C, maybe they note that. Yes, Horn variant C. They note on here Ultimate Spider-Man 265, Bird City Comics 616, and Greg Horn art exclusive. Beautiful, beautiful cover in my opinion. This is just like the Marvel Universe cards, and I was holding out for a little while to get a signature on it, to get Greg Horn's signing, but I just wanted to submit this. This is just really nice, and I'm thrilled this one came back in a 9/8. Next one up. Oh, this is beautiful too. Nice House on the Lake number 1. This is the Wanted Comics. This is the John Gallagher exclusive. This is a beautiful, beautiful cover. There is a Virgin copy of this. This one is the, I'll call it the limited trade dress, I believe is what it's referred to. This is edition number A, but nonetheless, this is a gorgeous cover. Highly, highly recommend it if you can get it. Let me just show off the back as well. It's just really, really a nice one. I believe this cover A is going for somewhere in the realm of 300, something in that range. But I will put the prices up on that, assuming I can find some of the prices on these books. Okay, we got the billing. Web of Spider-Man. This is the cover A. This is the first appearance in comics of Harley Keener, who we saw in the Iron Man movie, who helped him out on that. I believe that was Iron Man 2. It may have been 3, but I think it was 2. I submitted this one as well as the 1 in 25 variant. We hit on cover A. I'm really hoping the 1 in 25 we hit on as well, but definitely a book. The 1 in 25 I believe is going for $100 raw. I think the cover A you can probably pick up for about 15 to 20 raw, and we'll have to look up prices after. Next one, Young Avengers number 1, but this is volume 2. Another Young Avengers spec team. Number 1 in a 9/8 is going for about $1,000 to $1,100. I was able and lucky enough to get 2 9/8s. I had sold one. I have obviously kept one, and then this is another iteration of the Young Avengers team. So whether they're going to do the first volume team or the second volume team, you can't really go wrong. This book is so much more affordable. You can probably pick this book up for about $10 to $15 right now, and if you can, I would absolutely tell you to give it a shot, because we don't know the exact who's going to be on the Young Avengers yet. So we know we've seen, we're going to see America Chavez. We know we're going to get Kate Bishop, and then the rest is a little unknown on what we're going to see. Next one up, Champions number 22. This is cover A. I also have a second print, which is them standing instead of, this is like the flying one, which is another nice one. I'm going to be submitting that after I get it pressed. But this was cover A. I bought this in a small collection, or this came in a small collection I bought. I did not have this book pressed. This one just went right in. And it is awesome that we got this in a 9/8. Obviously, the big issues with this one is you've got Ironheart, and then you've got Amadeus Cho, who now is going to go by Brawn in this issue and takes that name. Still got some more to go, so it wasn't a total failure as far as books. It looks like we got a fairly decent amount that came back as a 9/8. Next one, oh sweet, America number 1. So the first solo series for America Chavez, another really affordable one that you can pick up this book for about $15 to $20. You know, if you've kind of followed any type of spec, Kate Bishop's book, that's the yellow cover, her first solo is selling for somewhere between 30 and 40 right now. In a 9/8, it comes in somewhere I think around 250. So these first solo titles are not anything to sleep on. I don't think this one has really hit yet. That may change once she gets introduced and there's a trailer and people start seeing her. I think this book is about 100 to 150 bucks. So it definitely, in my opinion, still has some room to go. And it's a really nice cover from 2017. I also submitted number 2, which I had, and I'm hoping that we hit on that one as well. Let's see what's next. Okay, Champions number 1. This is another Midtown exclusive. This is what I'll call the monochromatic one. They noted here is the sketch edition. I don't know that this is the sketch one. This is, because this is definitely got color in here. So I thought this was the monochromatic. Maybe they have mislabeled it. I'll have to kind of see. But it's basically the Breakfast Club movie poster. Another nice one with the Champions team. Again, with these younger teams. So you've got Young Avengers, Champions. These are all, in my opinion, good spec plays. I'm not sure that there's a ton of variants of this cover. You might have seen me unbox the Kamala Khan, John Tyler Christopher Negative Space one. There is also cover A, which I don't believe I sent in this box, but I know I sent a bunch of them out. There's probably 20 to 30 different variants of Champions number 1. So it gives you a wide range, and some of them are fairly cheap. I think you could get that book raw for about $7 to $8. I'll have to see what the pricing is on it. I remember recommending cover A because cover A in a 9/8 was going for around $200, and you could pick up that book for about $5 to $7. So if you're looking to invest and make some money on it, that's not a bad way to spend $5 to $7. Submit it, costs you about 20 bucks, let's say. You know, so you're all in 25 to 27 bucks, and the book is selling, you know, at least cover A for over 200. You know, that helps you buy more books. So just something to think about. I don't know if the prices have stayed or dipped. Now this one I should say, is just a beautiful, beautiful book. So this is Extreme Carnage Alpha number 1. This is a Clayton Crane. This was a MegaCon, and they note it, MegaCon edition exclusive. And if you're not familiar with Clayton Crane's work, you really need to get familiar with it. His art is just gorgeous. I actually had a chance to meet him at MegaCon this year. I have sent in 2 books for signing. They are X-Men number 1, the 2021 volume. I sent in the MegaCon exclusive one, and then it was, I believe, the Virgin that I got from KRScomics.com, theirs, but and I had him do the Infinity signature, so I'm waiting to get those back. But this book, really nice. I think a raw copy of this book is about $75 to $85. They are limited print, but I do not know the number. I'm not sure if it's 500 or 1,000, but definitely one to look up. Check prices on eBay and see, because it is a beautiful book. And there was another Clayton Crane MegaCon one that I submit, and here we go. We got it. Great. This is another gorgeous one. This is Deadpool Nerdy 30 #1. And again, this is the Clayton Crane exclusive. I believe this was also a MegaCon one. They note on here Crane variant cover D. But I do believe this was a MegaCon exclusive. There is another one with the Juggernaut, just this picture in the background where he did the cover, and this one is him sitting in the chair, and you've got that bunny, and this artwork is just pops. It's beautiful. So you know, not really a key nonetheless, but if you're looking for fantastic looking cover art, these Clayton Crane covers are beautiful. And if you haven't seen his signature, his Infinity signature is really nice, where he writes it in multiple colors. He also has the, I believe it's called the Murder signature, and it looks like blood droplets as well. So that's a great signature to get if you can. All right, next one. All right, so this is Amazing Spider-Man 546, The Brand New Day. This is the first appearance of Mr. Negative, and they noted here as the first appearance of Freak and Bill Hollister, Mr. Negative appearance, Jackpot, Aunt May, and Harry Osborn backup story. So this is that Negative, Mr. Negative, where there's been talks about him being involved, and some rumors as far as his involvement going forward in the MCU. So these books, the Brand New Day books, which everybody used to laugh at, are now going up in value. I picked this one up at my local comic shop, and you know, it was in I thought great condition. I think I paid 15 to 25, somewhere in that range for it. I believe this book is going somewhere in the 200s now, which is incredible. So that is a surprise hit for me. I wasn't sure on that one. We've got looks like 2 more left. So if I'm doing the numbers, looks like we hit about 17. All right, Hero Trade, Passive Aggressive. This is another new one. So this is a Bad Idea book. Bad Idea is going to be no longer doing books, and this one is the passive edition. There is also the aggressive edition. How do you know between the two? You open the cover, and as soon as on the inside of the cover, it'll tell you if it's passive or the aggressive edition. What is the difference? The passive edition went out to comic stores on the West Coast of the United States, while the East Coast got the aggressive edition. A little bit of a difference. The passive edition is, my understanding is, it's a lower print run, and it's a little bit harder to acquire than the aggressive edition. However, if you did get, Bad Idea did some promotions where you would get pins, if you were the first one at certain stores to buy, and you could submit those pins in to get the opposing one. So if you got the passive one, you could submit it and try and get the aggressive. This one I had bought from, I believe it was Things from Another Planet, and was able to pick this up at cover price. And because they're on the West Coast, it just happens to be the passive edition. So, you know, because of the way these books are made, there is a shot, and you will see these, obviously not on mine, that you can get a 9.9 on this book. These Bad Idea books are made really, really well. So, you know, I'll take a 9.8. I'm not seeing 9.9s come out of CGC, but a 9.8 nonetheless is fine by me. And our last book, that made the cut is Batman 108, This is the Lao, and you're going to have a hard time seeing it. This is the foil edition copy. This is the 1 in 50, the first appearance, and it's actually noted, thank God. First full appearance of Miracle Molly. This is the virgin cover. Really nice book. 1 in 50. You know, I don't know where this character is going to come out with later on and how DC is going to do it. I don't buy too many DC books if you've been watching the channel. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I'm just not a huge DC fan. But my thinking is if Miracle Molly is, or they want to put in the time to build her up like a Harley Quinn, well, then this could be one of the big books. There are a number of different covers. I believe a number of store exclusives as well. But this one is a gorgeous foil cover. It is a thicker cardstock, so there is always a possibility of getting a 9.9 in this. I just, like I said, I don't see CGC doing that really. I haven't heard of anyone getting 9.9s lately. So we will see. I do have another one of these raw that I did not submit. I only submitted this one, but it looks like this was a hit. So let's cut into the raw books and see what we missed, and then we can go from there. Stay tuned. Okay, and we are back with the raw books. So let's see how we did. One of the interesting things, and I always like to bring it up if you've been watching my channel, is I'm always interested now is if I get the books back in the same bags and boards that I sent them in. If you haven't seen that video, you should watch that video where I had a nightmare return where I had books pressed and sent in directly from the presser, and I have never seen books come back so beat up and bad. I don't know what happened. All I can tell you is no one has been able to give me an answer. I probably will never know, but that's a story for another day. Watch that video and you can kind of see. So first one that we didn't hit, the Dark Avengers. You know, I don't believe this book was pressed, but I may press it. I'll have to double check. Some of these books, though, I'm going to just send them in for grading because I really do like them, and I think it's worthwhile, whatever grade they are going to be. That one I may press. Same thing, disappointing, 1 in 25. This is that Harley Keener Web of Spider-Man book. This one didn't make it as well. I'll have to take these out, really judge, you know, what the issues are and see. This one I would press, given it's a 1 in 25. Same thing, I can tell you this one was never pressed. This is America #2. You know, this is just another low print run type book. I would press this because I think a 9.8 on this book is probably somewhere around $150 to $250. But didn't make the cut. Another Champions book that we sent in. This was another ratio. I think this is a 1 in 25 too, as well, with Wolverine and Cap on here. I mean, this one I'm not completely destroyed that it didn't come back a 9.8, but nonetheless we'll have to see. This one I am upset about. This one I was really hoping for, and I've sent this one in before too. This is obviously Captain America #6. This is the first appearance of the Winter Soldier. There's also a variant on this where Winter Soldier is on the front of the cover instead of Cap. I did have this book pressed. Obviously, this is my second time, so I had sent this book in. This was one of the books with that crazy submission that did not work out. I had sent this book back to Josh Avery, who pressed it again, sent it back to me free of charge, and it did not hit. And I'm thinking this one's just going to go in for a regular submission, because even if this comes back a 9.6 or 9.4, I'm still going to be really happy with it. So I've given it, you know, 2 shots, and it didn't happen. Same thing with this one, Alpha Flight #1. I pressed it twice. Gave it 2 shots, and it's just hard with CGC right now to hit any of these 80s books in 9.8s. They're just not they're just not very lenient. So I'll take a look again, see if there's anything, but these two may just go in for regular submission to see how we do. So this is the other Something is Killing the Children. Number 19, 1 in 25. This one didn't make the cut. We'll have to take a look and see. Maybe this one just needs a little bit of a press, because this one went directly right in. And the same thing with this last one. This is Something is Killing Children number 18, the 1 in 25. And this one, obviously, maybe this one could use a press. And we'll see if we can get this one for another 9/8 prescreen. So those are the books. That's the submission for September. I'm amazed. 3 weeks and it's back. You know, I've got a ton of books still out there. It makes me a little bit hesitant. Do I want to send right in and have them? Are they going to pop in front of the line? You know, we'll have to see. But let me know your thoughts and comments down below. I also wanted to take the time to thank everybody who has subscribed. You know, we've hit over 250 plus subscribers, and I really appreciate it. I'm glad that people enjoy watching, and hopefully my videos are a little bit more realistic. Like I said, I'm more of a collector than anything. I have a hard time giving up books, but you know, I still enjoy sending it in and adding it, and hopefully one day all of this will, you know, will go to my daughter, or when I retire, it'll be a nest egg. I do it because I love Marvel, I love the books, and I love to collect. So let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and I will hopefully see you in another video with an unboxing soon. Thanks everybody. Take care.